Hey everyone, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome this morning to your reading. It's great to be with you all today. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like my videos, please like or consider liking or subscribing or leaving a comment. It helps me to grow my channel. So thank you all so much. And with that, today we're going to talk about the heart chakra today. So the heart chakra is the Anahata chakra, and it resonates with the color green. The heart chakra is where our physical heart is, but I think a lot of people don't understand as well that the heart chakra has to do with the lungs. It has to do with the arms, the fingertips, the shoulders, the upper back. So that area is really where your heart chakra energy is flowing in your body, in your physical body. The heart chakra point really is the bridge between the lower chakras and the upper chakras, because we have three lower ones below the heart chakra, which is the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And then above the heart chakra, we have the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So the heart is really the convergence point where our upper and lower energies converge and meet. For those of you that have gone through recently a situation or in your past where you have felt grief, I think as a society as a whole right now, we're going through a grief experience with the coronavirus and the changes, the economic changes, the health issues, everything, the fear, everything that's being stirred up in the collective right now. We're going through these experiences together. And so all of us need deep healing to our heart chakras at this time. And another word that has to do, so Anahata is the Hindi term for heart chakra, and it means unstruck. And I love that word, unstruck. When you think of the heart, it's like your most innocent, healed, beautiful manifestation of your heart, right? Before people trampled over it, or you felt betrayals, or you felt let down by life. Just kind of getting back to that very innocent, sweet place of love with our heart chakra. If you want to work on your heart chakra, it's good to send healing energy to everyone, including yourself. And one thing I like to do when I'm thinking of the heart chakra is to think about inner peace and love to all beings. So when I'm chanting or meditating, I just think of that phrase, inner peace and love to all beings, inner peace and love to all beings, right? Because peace is also a sign of a really balanced and beautiful heart chakra. Okay, inner and outer peace. I'm just gonna move my chair. Get up and move a little bit. Gotta get comfortable. I'm a Taurus, so comfort is king. All right, so with that being said, that was a little longer explanation than I normally give, so you can always skip through it and go right to the reading. For today, please focus on the following crystals or tokens that I have here to pick and choose your reading. Pick where your energy is most pulled to. You can definitely pick more than one pile as well. So here we have the fire and ice crystal. Okay, if you're drawn to this one, then you'll choose pile number 1. If you're drawn to the cat's eye, then you'll choose pile number 2. And if you are drawn to this Isis bracelet, charm for the goddess Isis here, you'll choose pile number 3, okay? So pile 1, 2, and 3, go ahead and make your decision, 1, 2, or 3. And in the description box, I will link to the timestamps for each pile. So with that said, let's begin the reading. And let us look at the fire and ice crystal here. So let's just take a second, ground in. Take a breath. Okay, we're gonna take a nice breath together. That was good. The question we're asking today is, what heart chakra healing messages do you need to hear right now? Okay, what heart chakra healing messages do you need to hear? Okay. So for you, pile number one, there's a situation in your life where you might be uncertain of where to put your energy. Basically, you have many different options, and you have, various areas of your life, I feel, where giving and receiving may have become unbalanced, right? And you've been doing a lot of work, okay? You're working with this second house here, with this owning second house. I really see that you have been, focused on your work, focused on your focused on the material world, focused on what's in front of you, and working on all of your projects. And you might have so many projects that are literally lined up in front of you right now that need your attention and need your love and need your need your attention. And so you're working on what to put your energy into. And since this is about the heart chakra, it's like, where do you feel most, what excites you the most? What is most interesting to you? What calls you the most, right? And not mentally. As I was pulling these cards, I was feeling like, like I needed to start analyzing everything immediately. And maybe that's a way that you have felt too, pile number one, that you always have to analyze everything, okay? With this Pisces card here, I believe you're being asked to, your heart chakra needs you to really be calmer and really focus on the things that you own that you can do on a day-to-day basis. So there might be, other people that need things from you or demanding things from you, that want your attention and energy. But at the end of the day, what do you want to own, right? What is yours to own? When you look at something and you say, that's mine, I'm in charge of that, right? It's a different level of feeling. And of course, the heart chakra is all about feeling. So it's like, what do you own? What do you do? And I definitely see here like a lot of productivity. Like I said before, there's quite a bit of productivity. And I feel like you're one of those sweet fairies or fairymen that goes, I don't know what the word is for male fairy, but it's just sprinkling, your love and your energy and your light on those around you. And you're very generous with your time, effort, and energy. And I can see sometimes that leads you to a feeling of overwhelm, and there might be times where you just want to kind of be by yourself and just focus on your individual projects, okay? And yeah, I think it's a good problem to have. I see here too with the number sequence 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you're a very methodical person. Pile number one, I do feel that you keep a lot of balls in the air and you've got quite a few projects. If you look at this 7 of Cups, look at her expression on it. Her face is like, what to do next, right? what path to take next. There's so many things that you want to do, but what's the right path? And I think sometimes you just feel like, if you could just go to your woman cave or your man cave and just work on your particular things, and you didn't have to appease anybody else, that you could, be very productive and very discerning about what you'd like to put your energy into. The healing message here is the Death card, okay? So this is the overall energy of the reading. And the Death card here talks about letting go of old patterns. And, sometimes when you let go, there's just, you feel like there's nothing left there anymore. That once you let go, literally, it's like you become the invisible man or woman. You become the invisible man or woman. And, people might not be able to find you for a while, because I feel pile number one, you're finding yourself, right? So people might be looking for, people might be wanting certain things from you, looking for certain things from you, but when they come to kind of call on your energy, they might find that you are hauntingly absent from their, from their reach, psychically, emotionally, physically, that you might be in the middle of a major transformation, and therefore somewhat inaccessible to other people, less accessible than you have been in the past. And I see that in your work. I see that in your emotional relationships. If you've been very giving of your energy to the community in the past, you might be pulling back a little bit, okay, to kind of go into your process, to go into your magical process, right? It's like, now you see me, now you don't. And I definitely think your heart chakra right now it's like the energies to go from a spiritual perspective here. It's like the energies of the heavens and the unseen realms are trying to reach you and dissolve the veil between upper and lower worlds, right? And the point of convergence for you, pile number one, is your heart chakra. And the message is, what can you own? What can you take charge of? And what's yours versus what isn't yours, okay? And that your instincts to kind of go into your cave and work on your own projects are on point. Because I really see this as a, step-by-step process here where you're giving a lot to others, which is amazing. And as a result of your giving to others, you now have so many wonderful paths that you could pursue. But where do you want to get real focused, right? Where do you want to get real focused and just kind of in your own flow? When we think of the heart chakra, we think of peace and flow, right? And I don't know, pile number one, if you've ever been at work or doing something where you just lose track of time. You lose track of time because you're just enjoying it. You're having so much fun. It just feels very resonant to you. And it might just be one thing that you're doing for a little bit of time. And you're really going to own the process here. Okay, and it might feel sometimes a little bit slow moving, and you've got the rabbit here, so rabbits move pretty quickly and they can be very productive energy. But with the second house here and the 2 coins at the top and the 8 of Pentacles, I do feel like there's a slowing down and an approach that's happening here. And so the 2 animal energies that I'm pulling through for you on your heart chakra is the rabbit and the swan. And the rabbit is so innocent, right? Like the velveteen rabbit is so sweet and innocent. And if you see rabbits, they just scurry around. They're so fluffy. They're just really beautiful. They're like underrated, but so beautiful and sweet. They're also very curious and very sexual. So maybe you're feeling that too. And you're feeling the need to push into, like with your sexuality, push into heart-centered relationships. With the swan here, we see this mirroring effect of, you know, one swan wants another swan, right? One swan wants another swan. And that, you know, is really at their level. And yeah, I just, with the swan energy, it's very much Venus energy. And so Venus, you could also, is the goddess of love and beauty, and love is the heart chakra, of course. So with your relationships, you might be in a pattern of, okay, I'm feeling sexual, but I'm also feeling very innocent, and like I need to take my time and let things unfold and see how things work. And so there's maintaining that balance as well. And the heart chakra is all about balance. It's balancing the lower and the upper chakras. And so you're finding like your lower drives and your upper drives maybe being a little bit, you know, in a little bit of a, not opposition to each other, but you're just trying to integrate, right? There's an integration that happens at the heart chakra. So it's that, you know, I'm not going to be in a relationship, or I'm not going to, you know, sleep with someone until I'm in a relationship with them. And then there's this energy of innocence, but wanting to do different things. So you could be in a space with that. You could also just be in a highly creative phase right now too, where you're really doing a lot. So again, with this 6, 7, 8 energy of all the different things you're working on. So this card here talks about a portal. It says, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Okay, so this is a wild card, and it really resonates with the death energy here too. It's so many doors in this 7 of Cups, right? Many doors are opening for you. It's up to you to decide what you want to put your energy into, right? And with this second house, but Pisces energy here too, I definitely feel that you are going to be, you're gonna be doing things in the material, physical 3D world, but whatever you're doing has to support your higher ideals, your higher spirituality, your higher self. Whatever you do has to support that. So you can't, there's no way essentially for you to cut that off, right? You can be very focused on your work and owning your projects and what you're doing and your creativity. But at the end of the day, you do have to answer to your higher self, and you do need to, you know, consider the cosmic energy behind what you're doing. And I do feel the innocence with this card too, with this Pisces, I believe. So you want to believe in what you're doing. You want to choose carefully what portals you decide to go through. There are so many portals, right? And portals are kind of a very, you know, popular topic right now. Like, oh, we just had this portal, we're in a portal. You don't have to necessarily go through every portal. It might be tempting, right? There might be some temptations going on with that. But at the end of the day, whatever you decide, whatever concepts, whatever ideas, whatever you decide to build has to be in line with your inner integrity, because I'm getting the feeling that there are other energies that are watching you right now. Now, other non-worldly energies that are watching you and what you're doing. And I'm not saying that to freak you out or to be weird, but, you know, and none of this is meant to mean you harm in any way, but I do feel that your transformation, your, the higher reasons for why you do things are impacting what you produce in the world, and your energy is you're kind of being watched right now. And it's interesting. You're being watched because people are, other realms, the unseen realms are interested to see, like, what portal are you going to go through? What are you going to transform and move away from? You're a very dynamic person and a hardworking person, pile number one. So what you put your energy into becomes very important, and really changes, can change the way things go, like overall, in an overall sense. So anyway, I hope that that was helpful and healing to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is a beautiful portal as well. And that's when I do recommend walking toward and walking through. So thank you so much, pile number one. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. So pile number two, what message of healing does your heart chakra need to hear right now? So we have this cat's eye right here. Cat's eye is very protective. Let's see what needs to happen here for you with your heart chakra, okay? Ooh, I'm loving your energy, pile number two. I'm already loving this. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling this. I am feeling you, pile number two. I feel all of you, but I am feeling this. So I think, one thing that is coming through strongly in your reading is courage, okay? So courage right now to move away from situations in your life that are not serving you. Now, the Eight of Cups here talks about, if you can see all the broken cups in the background, there's still a couple standing, but it's being in that transition where it's like, do I stay? Do I go? The moon has kind of turned its side in this, and I see you like setting off into a more wild unknown, okay? And I see you, it's almost like with this Eight of Cups here, where you see this person is going off into the wilderness, and then you see the King of Wands here. It's like after the next night, after he's gone through the mountains and he's found a place to camp, look at this beautiful King of Wands energy, right? There's something awakening inside of you. And it's like you went from a dark night of the soul to awakening, right? And your heart chakra is being cleansed right now in the fire of your experiences and in your willingness to let go and sit with the energy, okay? So in the past, you might have been kind of stuck in a decision and not knowing which route to go, okay? And it might have become clear that it doesn't necessarily matter the route, you just need to go, right? Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, do I take the path on the left? Do I take the path on the right? Getting very into certain decisions. And at the end of the day, it was just, I feel like this is a situation you've already made a decision about. Either you've already decided to go on this journey and you're in the process, or you already left and now you're sitting here in this King of Wands energy, right? So I definitely feel, all of you will be in different places because this is a general reading, but I'm really seeing that, especially with the Fox energy here too, and this Two of Swords, it's like you're very astute. You're very, like, nothing can get past you, okay? Your powers, You think about situations rationally, but your mental powers of being able to look at situations and see them for what they are and make decisions is very strong. And you're blending this energy with the sea serpent. So you have a very strong rationality. You have a very strong mental body, but you're blending this energy now with the sea serpent here. So the fox and the sea serpent are blending together, which tells me that you're getting very, you're going with your instincts, okay? You've got your rational mind and you're very smart, but you're going with your instincts now more than ever. Your instincts to go, your instincts to leave. With this Sagittarius, I see you as a very free spirit. And I see you, if there are people or situations that have kind of hemmed you in or made you feel like you couldn't really fully express yourself, you are breaking free from that. I see the letter S here. So if you're an S or you know someone with an S in their name, that could be something. I'm seeing a house in here as well. If you had to break free from a certain living situation, that could have been as well. And I'm also seeing the top of like the horn of a unicorn here as well. So you're a very unique person. You like your freedom and you are a free spirit, right? And you want to be dynamic. Your heart chakra wants you to be really dynamic in your energy, listen to your gut, listen to your feelings, and make dynamic choices as a result, okay? And don't be afraid to walk away from things. I think in life, a lot of us, we get stuck because we get scared to move away from certain situations, okay? And it's okay to move away from certain situations, all right? It's okay to make that choice. We don't always have to wait for the other person to make a choice. Sometimes we just need to make proactive decisions for ourselves, okay? We can't always wait and see if the other person's going to change or the other person's going to, manifest in our lives in a certain way. There are times when we just have to move forward, okay? And with the Knight of Wands crowning your heart chakra in this reading, you're very dynamic and a creative person. And any situations that feel like soggy or just bringing you down or chaining and weighting you down are going to be, at the end of the day, not resonant for your heart chakra. My hands started vibrating like they're vibrating during this reading too. So I can tell that your heart chakra is being infused with new energy, with new vitality. If you are feeling sluggish or feeling, just feeling like, just this energy, we have Saturn, we have 50 here, right? We have 50 years old, Saturn return age. If there's a part of you that was feeling like, oh, I'm getting older, things aren't happening the way that I want them to, and you're just kind of feeling that heavy Saturn energy, the Sagittarius here is waking you up to that, okay? So maybe there's a Sagittarius in your life, maybe you are one. There's a time and place for Saturn. There's a time and place to worry about our health and worry about our vitality, and take measured steps to that. But this reading is focusing on the triumph over that, the triumph of like, oh, I'm too old, I couldn't make a decision like that, or too many things have happened. I really see you as tapping courage in a way that you have not tapped in the past, right? And being really wise and cunning about it too, right? And with this fox and serpent, I get the feeling that you might think that some of the things that you've been plotting or some of the things that you've been doing might be like, you know, like under the rug or a little nefarious or something like that. I want to assure you that the energy that's trying to burst forth from your heart chakra is energy of freedom and courage, okay? Because the heart is also where we summon our courage. We can maintain patterns that aren't great for us emotionally for really long periods of time. It takes courage to break free from those patterns. And sometimes it also takes some cunning and some planning as well in order to come through for that. So I see the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands here. So what you're wanting is a revitalization of your energy. Like sometimes we go through periods where our vitality is low and we're just not feeling it, or we're sick, or we're going through things, right? And your heart chakra is wanting vitality, right? It's like beats per minute. It's wanting a really strong heart. It's wanting a strong and courageous heart for you, pile number 2. And then finally, to address this card right here, it's called the Courageous Peony. Okay, it's multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, so if you had any patterns of kind of holding everything in and not letting people see you, or feeling like, oh, I couldn't do that, you know, it's you know, I'm too old to wear something like that, or you're being asked. I love that this person looks like this looks like a young girl, like just kind of, you know, the way the youth have so much courage and spirit in them. They haven't resigned to living any particular way. They have all choices on the table available to them. So I'm really seeing your heart chakra wanting to be uplifted, wanting to be brought into newness and vitality through your courage. Okay, so thank you so much, pile number 2. I'm loving your courage and your strength, even your cunning spirit as well. Okay, so thank you, pile number 2, and let's move on next to pile number 3. So for pile number 3, if you chose the Isis charm here, this bracelet, I've been wanting to wear it as a bracelet, but I'm not sure how. It's too big for my wrist, but I love it. Anyway, for those of you who chose the Isis bracelet, this is your reading. All right, so what message of healing is your heart chakra wanting to bring forth for you today? Page of Swords, okay. Oh. Ooh. All right, pile number 3. So first of all, there's some, I get the sense within you that your heart chakra, first of all, definitely stretch more, pile number 3. I'm feeling like push your heart forward, put your arms behind your back and stretch your heart forward, okay? If there is any kind of sluggishness in your heart chakra, then try to have some physical activity, some stretching, some yoga to really loosen up. If you've been feeling any tightness in your chest, and you know, of course, if there's medical issues, that's a different thing, but I've experienced that too before, where I just get a weird tightening in my chest area and it goes away, but that can also be a sign that the energy has gotten a little stagnant or needs built up. Not stagnant, it's more like just built up and needs release, right? So in that situation, also breath of fire with this fire element here, like really working on your breathing, you know, where you do the, like the breath of fire in yoga, that could be really beneficial for you. To get that breath of fire going on. It's like where it's almost like breathing through your heart in a way. Like it's in your solar plexus, but it kind of fleshes up into your heart and is like breathing through your heart. With this Neptunian energy here, sacrifice number 10, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that you've been ooh, oh my gosh, this candle just basically went out when I did that breath. The Aquarius candle that I have right here burning just went out when I did that breath. So definitely some magic going on around you, pile number 3. There's some magic going on, and I definitely feel that you're in a very meditative space. It's almost like the hangman in the tarot. It's like you've paused to kind of receive the energy, to receive the wisdom. You've gone into a deep pause to really get the energy that you, to really understand where you're at in your heart, okay? And I feel like with this, there might have been a lot of energies that were impacting you in your heart in the past. It's like, kind of like Neptune can be that fog that rolls in, that impacts you, but you just don't know why. You're like, why am I feeling, you know, unhealthy obsession with certain things today? Or why am I focusing on this issue so much today? It's really asking you to go within and clear out some of that fog, clear out some of those energies that are just kind of swirling in your space. One thing I like to do is to ask any energy that isn't mine to leave my energy field, okay? Ask my guides to help clear that. It's not because I don't want to be in other people's energy or I don't want to experience others, but you know, when you're trying to do your own personal work and you're at home and you're in your own space, you don't want everyone's energy fields attached to you. So it's important to do those kinds of clearing. And I can see that, you know, doing that with the breath work would be really excellent for your heart chakra healing. So for this pile, this is the only pile really where I'm getting like actual physical steps that you need to take here to work on your heart chakra. The other ones were more emotional. And if you feel more connected to that, you can, I'm sure we're going to get emotional in this reading too. But with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords showing up here, I can tell that you're very focused on getting certain messages right now and learning, okay? I'm getting that certain learning is very exciting for you right now, whether you're taking a class, whether you're just learning new things about yourself, whether you're really waking up to certain parts of yourself or just taking in new books and information. It's making you really excited, okay? And I'm getting that your heart is very connected with your throat chakra right now. And the things that you're learning, it's like, you know, the information is coming in, you're taking it in, and then you're speaking to it, right? And one thing I want to help you with, pile number 3, is taking in that energy, okay, taking in the message, sitting with it, not rushing through information that you're taking it in, sitting with it, and then, you know, not oversharing, not overspeaking, not, you know, just being careful with the way that you use your voice and your communication, not, you know, writing, speaking, making videos if you make videos, social media, etc. How these avenues affect you and how they help you. You know, how they can negatively draw your attention from the things that you want to be studying and learning versus, you know, how they can be really helpful in kind of finding your tribe and finding closeness in others. And with this Two of Cups here, you might be doing, you know, your words that you speak may be a healing force to others. You might be actually helping others with their emotional healing and their heart chakra, okay? With you wearing this green, I see this as you, and you wearing this green garment here and receiving this information and then bringing it to others and comforting others, right? I feel like you give other people certain codes for healing, all right? And maybe that's why you get some tightness sometimes and some pent-up energy, because you are using your heart chakra a lot and you are getting buildup in that area. So it's important to stretch it out, breathe it out. But I see that the words that you speak and the information that you share with others is awakening to their heart chakra. It's helpful to them. It's healing for them. So, you know, and that's probably why you have some of these other energies around you right here. And it's not, like I said, and again, here too, with these other energies, it's not a bad thing, you know, that people want to be in your energy field and learn from you and grow from what you say and what you do and your wisdom and your strength and your independence and all of that. But, you know, you're being asked to release some of these energies from your heart right now, just for right now, okay? And so that you can more clearly get the messages, so that you can be more in your own space here. With the frog, I'm definitely seeing, you know, with all of this, it looks like all the other energies coming in to the frog's skin here. With frog, the message is detox, right? We want to detox from certain things in our lives, okay? So, and with this message here too, it says loosen your grip, right? It says coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in, right? So this is a big detox energy for you as well. And there's a detox and maybe that's why I'm picking up on the physical things for the heart that you want to work through, because there's an actual physical detox involving your heart chakra that you want to embark upon right now. And with the hummingbird came up, I think yesterday or Monday in another reading I did. You're definitely receiving the message. So with this Page of Swords, you could be, you know, writing, journaling, clairaudient. You could be very clairaudient. Look at this hummingbird just away at her head. You could really be getting some strong messages right now, especially with this Queen of Swords here. You're like, I'll take all the messages, bring it on. With the Queen of Swords, you're in a very analytical space. You're evaluating decisions. You're looking at your emotional investments through the lens of logic, okay? And you're examining things up close and receiving a lot of messages right now. So that's really beautiful, right? But we've got this loosen your grip energy in the frog here at the base of the reading, talking about a actual physical detox that maybe you want to go undertake. Maybe you want to detox from alcohol for a while. Maybe you want to detox from sugar. Maybe you want to detox from meat. Maybe you want to detox from other people's energy. And use your breath of fire in order to do that. I could definitely see that being something that would be great for you, as it would clear more space for you to receive more information. So there's, like I said earlier in the reading, there's a connection between your throat chakra and your heart, between what you learn and what you can share, all right? And I'm seeing with this Nine of Pentacles, very abundant energy, okay? You are very independent. You're not concerned. And this is like the ideal you. Independent, not concerned with what everyone else is doing every other 5 minutes. you're doing what you do, okay? And that's not to say that you don't care and you don't love, because you do. You care very much about others and their healing, their awakening, their hearts. You care very much, but there is a side of you for right now that needs to disconnect a little bit and really just work on receiving messages for your own independence, for your own healing. With the 9s too, it's like self-exploration, okay? It's self-exploration. It's tending to your own, to what you've built, tending to what you have built. And I see you being in a very natural place too. Like, your heart chakra is going to love your environment, right? Like, is your environment natural? Is it comfortable? Is it conducive to the queen that you are? Are you, or king that you are? Or maybe you're a man that's also a queen, right? Doesn't matter. Is your environment around you, what little tweaks and changes can you make in your surroundings to better support the life that you want to be leading, okay? So under this loosen your grip, under the 2 of Cups, is a reminder for you to, yes, be healing others, yes, be helping others, but loosen your grip a little bit, because you can see these let go a little bit, because these people are kind of falling on they're in free fall, kind of on their own. And that's okay, you know, for right now. Other people in their energy, they might need to be in free fall for a while. You can't cater to everyone, right? And you need to be in your own detoxing process so that you can really receive powerful messages right now, okay? And teach others. So thank you so much, pile number 3. That was a really interesting reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the heart chakra readings that I gave today. Again, inner peace and love to all beings. Thank you so much for being with me here today. God bless.